Hey everybody, welcome back to the next zip code. We are going to be looking at this rifle that I built around the 308 cartridge. I think that the characteristics of the 308 is very well adapted to this sort of package. We have a Defiance Deviant action, a Manners stock that is a folding stock, so you can package it up small. We have a Proof barrel, which is a carbon fiber wrapped barrel with a steel barrel on the inside, of course. We have Vortex 2 to 10 scope, powered scope. The on the front, which I love about having a short barrel, is on the front of this we have a Thunder Beast suppressor. Now this Thunder Beast suppressor is a 338 caliber. This is can go on any caliber from 338 down. I love this suppressor, even though it's a little bit long, but it is so quiet. So that is the basic configuration of this rifle. I really think that the 308 is an efficient cartridge for using the weight of the bullet versus the distance that you can practically shoot in most cases, and the balance, I think, between recoil and the cost effectiveness of reloading, the availability of just factory ammunition, is all really good with this type of setup. So we're going to do a little bit of shooting with this gun tonight. I have some targets set up out here at my place. I've got one that we'll start out with at right about 400 yards. It's just a couple yards over 400. But we're shooting a 175 grain bullet at over 2,500 feet per second. And in comparison to some of my other short action cartridges that are based off of the 308 cartridge, say the 6.5s, like the 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 by 47 Lapua, you have your 243s, the 6 millimeters. They are all very good at being able to buck the wind and deliver accurate shots on targets at extended range, but what they lack in their capabilities when compared to the 308 is the energy that they deliver at those distances compared to the 308. I feel like when I'm going to be delivering a bullet on a target, that I want something at the extended ranges that is going to have plenty of energy to be able to do the job if it encounters bone or something like that. So you can't shorten down a 6.5 Creedmoor or a 6 millimeter like a 243 without losing a lot of your advantage of speed because of the barrel. So they need those longer barrels to be able to get the speed up. And I have quite a few 243s and 6.5. I have two 6.5 cartridges, the 6.5 Creedmoor and 6.5 by 47 Lapua. Both excellent cartridges for long range and hitting targets. But when it comes to something that you can shorten down into a package and get really good results still on targets, even when they're at extended ranges, I feel like a 308 is very hard to beat. So just to give you a little bit of an idea, this 175 grain bullet at 1,000 yards is still moving 1,300 feet per second. That is still quite a bit of, even I'm not sure, I didn't look it up what the energy is, but still a 1,300 foot per second bullet that is weighing 175 grains is still gonna have quite a bit of energy left over. So in this configuration, I just really like this cartridge, and I feel like the 308 is very effective and efficient. So let's hop over and get behind this gun and do a little bit of shooting at 400 yards and see what kind of the energy. You can get a good idea of what the energy is like of these bullets when they're slapping this target. This is a 2/3 Zipsic steel target. It is a foot wide is what the steel is, 1 foot wide, 12 inches, and the main body of it is 18 inches tall, or maybe it's 16 inches tall. I think it's 20 altogether with the 4-inch head that is on top of it. This gun has a Trigger Tech trigger in it. Just the whole package is very easy to shoot. I really like a 2-to-10 type style of scope. You can do a lot of practical shooting with that magnification range. Some people think that you have to have, 25 power to be able to shoot 1,000 yards. You really do not. You can make just as good of impacts, of being able to see your target, see wind, all that kind of stuff with shooting a practical sized target. If you're going after trying to shoot a prairie dog at 1,000 yards, well, then the 25 power may be to your advantage to really be able to pick up that small little bit of detail. But for the most part, you get a 10 power scope and you're going to be set for anything practical that you can engage with your rifle in field conditions. And so here at my place, I really have no further than 600 yards that I have even the ability to engage a target. This rifle is excellent for all those scenarios that may play out. So let's get over to shooting and see what it can do. Okay, so here we are ready for target engagement at 402 yards with the custom 308 with the 16-inch barrel, and let's see how it all goes. So I have my scope dialed to 9. All right, it's actually, no, it's 8. So I have it dialed to 8 MOA, and there's not a lot of wind here. Let's see how it goes. See how that hit so hard? That is just such a solid hit when you've got a 175 grain bullet flying out there. And it almost becomes monotonous at this range. It's just over and over again. See, it just that easy. That's why I like a 16-inch barrel. You just don't need a whole pile of barrel length to get the job done with a 308 at distances such as this. Okay, so the takeaway for me is this. The 308 is very capable at these distances out to 400 yards with a configuration such as this. You don't need a ton of barrel length. You don't need a gun that is heavy and hard to carry around, something that you would not be able to maneuver or pack away well. So in my opinion, the 308 is a perfect cartridge for really anything that's probably going to be 800 yards and in, that I really want to put a serious impact on for purposes of taking game or defense or whatever it may have to be. But the 308, I believe, is a perfect round for this package. So, you know, I think that if you were interested in like maybe getting a rifle and you think, well, I really don't have the space that I want to be able to carry a big long rifle, you know, don't worry about getting all the fancy 6s and 6.5s and everything. Just get yourself a 308, and they're easy to load for. It's super easy to shoot accurately, and you get good practice, easy to find ammunition for. So that's what I tell folks, and take it or leave it, but the choice is ultimately yours. But for my choice, if I want a package like this, it's going to be in 308 every time. Hey, until next time, you enjoy yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you on the range.